Hello and welcome to PlayStation Racer. In this video we are going to be looking at the menu book 12 where we are going off to the Petite Course de France, and I believe that we're going to be having a double header race. But before we get into that, it looks like we have a rather nice little cameo video, so let's just watch through this for the moment. So Chateau de Barreau, 8 kilometers down the road. And it looks like the team is rolling into the track. I do like these little cameos. Yeah, a very welcome addition to Gran Turismo 7. So, menu book number 12, Championship Petite Course de France. And we are going to be racing at the World Circuit in Europe. And we're going to be obviously in France, and it's going to be the Alsace racetrack. And we're going to go with the Alpine for this one. I think Veyron is going to be overkill. 2 races to do, so we will pop into the race shop and grab some racing medium tyres. See how we go with those. Let's just pop those on. We could go racing softs if we need to, but I think that the mediums should be fine for this particular race. The suggested PP is 500, and we're sitting at 587. So yeah, I think we should be in for a fairly good race with this one. We should have enough power and speed to get by. It's a very technical track, this one, that I invariably manage to crash. It is getting late in the day. I've been racing for a while, so yeah, this one could get quite interesting. So we're starting in 12th position, and we need to get up into 3rd or higher, but of course we are going for the win as always. So coming down into this very tight right-hander, looking for the braking points and using the skid marks on the road for that, and being very careful not to crash into the white car. Getting on the back of the red Peugeot in front of us, using the slipstream up the hill. We'll be able to slingshot the Alpine as well as we approach this long, fast left-hander. It's just a bit of a rise. We'll be careful when you come off the top. We need to get it braking really hard into here for this very, very tight right-hander. I'm in amongst the traffic here as well, so not only are we looking for braking lines and turning points, but also overtaking opportunities. Managed to overtake those cars quite nicely, which puts us up into 6th position. Still over 7 seconds away from the leader, but we have got 2 laps, and we are probably around about halfway through the first lap. Going to take the DS on the right hand side. We're going to catch up with these two midway through this corner. Actually, that opened up really nicely. We managed to get the Renault RS Turbo. Oh, and then we spin it. No! No. Just too quick. Did I brake? Was it the change of gear? Oh, we just put that round. I'm not used to driving this Alpine. As you can see, this is a brand new car to us, and really was not expecting the car to do that at that point. This is quite an undulating track, which can upset the balance of the cars at times, but that one did really catch me out. Okay, so let's just settle down, back up into 4th, chasing down this, I think it's a Megane in front of us. Just being a little bit careful. Oh, and almost again. Okay, looks like we're going to be very, very careful. Brake in a straight line, and also be a little bit careful when we're doing the gears. Doing 2 cars, 3 of us side by side as we come down the hill. And it's going to compromise me a little bit for this corner, and it does. Round we go again. This Alpine is turning into a bit of a handful. We have certainly not got the measure of this car right now. And this is turning into a lesson in how not to drive. So am I just getting tired? Am I just making small mistakes? I need to just think about where I'm braking a straight line. And I also think I need to consider how I am changing down the gears as well. Okay, so another little twitch through there. So let's get the Megane done into this corner. Oh, thought he was going to turn in on me. Moved to the right and broke at the same time to put it into the barrier. Get a clean overtake this time, but this is proving to be a masterclass in how not to race. Far too many mistakes. We are on the final lap, but this has probably been one of my most untidy races in a long time. Gone a little bit over cautious at the moment. Let's see if we can. Even that door was closing. It really wasn't a move on the Alpine through there, but we did make that stick. Just being careful through this corner this time. Just about half a lap to go. So this bank section, we should be able to really nail it through here. But I'm feathering it just to be a little bit careful. Make sure that we don't run out to the outside of the track. Building up the speed now as we come down to this tight right hand and break it in a straight line, get it down into third gear before we turn. So we're getting all of the slowdown done before the corners. Otherwise we're just upsetting the balance of this car incredibly. Out in front, so we just need to keep this on the track, pointing in the right direction, and just take it easy. Down the hill, we need to be very careful of braking. This is a very tight right-hander. Did we leave it too late? Just managed to keep it out of the barrier. And then we've got the left-hander, and then a run to the line. A very scrappy race. But sometimes when you get into a new car, in particular on a track like this, it's quite twisty and turny with undulations. It can take you a few laps just to get the measure of the car, how it behaves, how it handles. So yeah, not too happy with that run, but in the same vein, hopefully we've learnt one or two things. So we got full amount of points for race 1. Now we're going to race 2. Let's see if we can keep this just a little bit cleaner and keep it on the track and facing in the right direction. I have a horrible feeling that this could well end up the same way as the first race, but let's be positive. Let's get this one done. So we're starting in 12th place again in the Alpine, and we are aiming to get first place. So looks like we're going the other way round this time. So the first thing to do is to negotiate this right and left. At the same time trying to take these cars, so we followed the Peugeot through there, that helped, and then get around the side of the Peugeot cleanly. Sometimes it helps to follow cars through corners like that. Worked on that occasion. We've got 2 abreast into this corner. Let's just leave them to sort themselves out, and then we will overtake them down this short straight into the left-hander, getting that overtake done before we get there. Peugeot was a little bit slower on the apex of that corner than I had anticipated, which threw me off to the right a little bit. We did get that move done. As we come down on to Jacques Signard DS3, just backed out of that for the moment. I'm very much aware that this car is going around on me, so I'm just being very careful. Happy to do a move on the outside through there, and then we can get on and chase down Lopez, who is nearly 4 seconds down the road. Managed to catch up with that car pretty quickly. Running again. Just be careful not to run out of road. Slowed down for this corner, watching for the apex, get power down as soon as we can. fourth gear was quite nice through there. So we're now chasing down position number 3 and catching these cars pretty quickly. It looks like they've got quite a battle of their own going on, so we're going to need to look for overtaking opportunities as they become available. It looks like we might be able to get the Renault down the inside. No, I got that all wrong. Tagged the back of the Renault and put it into the barrier. Really, I should have waited until after the corner instead of trying to take that move that really was not on. Oh, Mitchell, what are you doing? So, 5th place. 2 crazy laps of this Alsace circuit. Really not a demonstration of good racing. So, looking to overtake the Megane. We've done that on the inside on this occasion. Nearly overcooked it and into the pits. The tyres are not at all worn, so this clearly is me overdriving the car at this particular stage. Again, really deep into that corner. Just coming up on the back of the Renault 5 now to try and make this one clean. It's a much better location to overtake. Then we're going to come over the top, down the hill. So we really need to be very careful with our braking, especially if we're approaching this car in front. This is 2nd position, so we are actually in 3rd position at the moment. But it would be good to get the win if we can. Just being very careful through there. Oh, can we make that one stick? Do that overtake after the corner. A lot safer. And this is a part of my driving that I really must get used to, and that is to pick my overtakes, not dive up the inside on corners, not take silly risks. Sometimes it's just a case of getting through the corner, getting onto the back of the car, and then overtaking them on the straight. So now we've got to get on after the leading Alpine, who is nearly 3 seconds a lap. Sorry, 3 seconds down the road. At that time it's coming down quite nicely, down to 2 seconds at this point. Looking for the turn in here, don't let it run too wide. That's fine. Getting it down to just about a second now. So just trying to carry a little bit more speed through these corners, braking a little bit later, trying to close the gap under braking. That plan is working. I've got to be very careful into this corner. Do we make a move? We've gone for the inside just to see. Oh, the Alpine's really braking very heavily into the apex of the corner, which has given us the opportunity to do a nice pass midway through the corner. These AI cars really do brake very heavily, in particular mid corners. It catches me out all the time, but it does give you an opportunity to do a clean pass. So as we come around the last corner, just keep it all on the back stuff and a nice run to the line. And not the tidiest of races, but we did get first. So that's 1st place in the 1st race, 1st place in the 2nd race. You can't get any better than that. In a car that we are starting to feel the measure of as a brand new car at the start of this weekend. And yeah, 24 points. That's a nice result. Should give us some decent credits. Unfortunately, we didn't get a clean race because we did hit the Alpine, but we get a nice 30,000 credits for coming top. Oh, it looks like we're going to get another car. This will be nice. Which one should we go for? I think we'll go for the one on the right hand side, and it is the blue Chevrolet. So that will be added to the garage, and that is another car in the garage, checked off in the collection. One less to buy. It's actually quite nice to the Corvette Stingray. Not going to worry too much about the replays. They were not very good races. Certainly don't want a reminder of how bad my racing was during that race. And so we'll go back to the cafe. And we've got the missions are now open. And we need to try our hand at a mission for menu book number 13, which will be our next outing. I hope you can join me for that video. If you are a subscriber, thank you very much for following me along. And if you're not, please hit that subscribe button and the bell notification for when I do the next mission. And I look forward to seeing you then. For now, thank you very much for watching. Ta-ta for now. Bye-bye.